Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
This is awesome!
Hello and welcome once again to Cheap Shot Entertainment. We're in association with the Squared Circle Jobbers and also part of the Insight News group as well, so check those two out. Incidentally, Squared Circle Jobbers are doing a giveaway at this very moment. Go over there and answer that question. You can find them on Twitter and Instagram, and of course on YouTube as well. Be a link in the description. So yes, we usually have Squared Circle Jobbers Ben with us for these prediction videos, but he is not here. He went to Derby County last night versus Leeds. Get in, you Rams, come on, we're going to Wembley. I was at work for the first half of that match. It was absolute agony. Anyway, we're on to the Prediction League. It's been a long time since WrestleMania happened, and we're now on to the next pay-per-view, which is Money in the Bank. The whole WWE calendar has blown my mind this year. Nothing in the middle of WrestleMania, and now it's nearly been a month and a half. You'd think they'd have some kind of network only pay-per-view maybe. Anyway, it is Money in the Bank 2019, one of the best pay-per-views that I can think of the calendar year. It's always interesting to see what will happen in those Money in the Bank ladder matches, and also whether someone will cash in on those championship shots at the pay-per-view as well. It has happened before, and it probably will happen again. Maybe someone will do a Seth Rollins and wait all the way till next year to cash in at WrestleMania. Now that would be cool. Anyway, you are the Cheap Shot Nation. I am your host Luke, and we're going to look at all of my predictions for Money in the Bank 2019 as part of the WWE Prediction League, ran by none other than Mr. Ben Cocker, the current reigning and defending WWE Prediction League champion. Anyway, like I say, we're going to do some predictions. If you don't agree with me, comment in the description down below. Join us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. You can comment on there as well. Let us know what you think is going to happen during the pay-per-view show. On Sunday I'll be watching live with my good friend Woody, and doing some tweets and things while we are watching it, as long as I'm awake, because I'm away for the weekend. But yeah, let's get into it, shall we, and do all the YouTube-y type stuff, because alright, okay, that's my confirmation for my weekend. Anyway, let's get into the predictions. Alright then, shall we get on with the first match that I have on the card? It is the SmackDown Tag Team Championships and the newly crowned SmackDown Tag Team Champions going against the Usos. Pretty sure they went to Raw on the Superstar Shake-Up. So this one's nice and easy. It is Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan, the newly crowned Tag Team Champions. I'm still not sure how they got crowned Tag Team Champions. This is where Ben would come in and say, oh, this happened. I'm pretty sure it was like a Triple H 2003 thing where they just got handed the titles. So wondering what they're going to do with them. Is Daniel Bryan going to turn those into hemp titles? I don't know. Who knows? That'd be pretty cool though. Anyway, like I say, they're going against the Usos, and this one's nice and easy for me. Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan all the way. Like I say, this wild card rule is even wilder than even Vince McMahon expected, because the rule changed from 3 people to 4 people, then 5 people, and yeah, it's just a bit of a bodge, really. bit of a bodge. But yeah, I'm fairly confident with that one, putting 9 points on that prediction right there. Moving on to the Cruiserweight Championship. These are my things for the pre-show. I'm guessing Cruiserweight will be on the pre-show. I may be wrong, but I did get these off a certain website that is known to not really tell the truth, although it is pretty good for wrestling stuff. So apparently that's going to be a pre-show match, and I'm guessing the Cruiserweight Championship will be as well. Don't really watch 205 Live, but I'm always impressed by what they bring to the table in pay-per-views. So I'm going with the champion Tony Nese here. He's going against Ariya Daivari, and I'm going for pinfall, giving that 6 points. Not really anything more to say about that one. Like I say, I don't really watch 205 Live, although I understand that it is getting much better, and if I do decide to not do my reviews of NXT UK, I may use that hour that I'd use recording to start watching 205 Live and see what that is like. So we move on to the US Championship next. Two people that have gone over to Raw from SmackDown in the Superstar Shake-Up and stayed there. Hooray! It is Samoa Joe, the US Champion, and he's going against Rey Mysterio. Now, they had a match at WrestleMania. It was very quick. Rey Mysterio was injured at the time, and Samoa Joe's just been bullying him for a couple of months now. So this is my out there prediction. This is what I'm going with as my wild card prediction. Wild card, because I'm Vince Kennedy McMahon. No. This is where also Ben dials me back from doing the Vince McMahon impression. Stand back. I'm going with Rey Mysterio in this one. Not very confident about it, that's why I've given it 1 point. But I'm going with Rey Mysterio for the pinfall and the win on this one. So I may get one of those right, maybe just not the bonus. Because I could also see Samoa Joe like walking away from the ring, or getting counted out or something like that. So yeah, I'm going with Rey Mysterio on this one. I think it's about time he picked up a championship. He's been back long enough to pick up a championship, so I'm going to go with this one. I don't think he's going to hold it very long, because Samoa Joe will probably get it back, but that's my bold prediction for this video. If you don't agree with me, leave a comment down below the video. So we're next going into the WWE Championship. The most likely champion in WWE at this point in time is Kofi Kingston. He won the championship at WrestleMania against the new Daniel Bryan, and he is going against Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens played the wild card. I'm going to use wild card quite a lot in this video. Played the wild card by joining the New Day and then attacking them, obviously. Kofi Kingston's, I think, has been probably unused since over to Raw on the night after WrestleMania. We got promised a title versus title match, turned into a tag team match in the main event. Why not just book that at the beginning of the show, and then no one would get the hopes up and no one would be annoyed with your booking, WWE. Come on. So yeah, I'm going with Kofi Kingston on this one. I'm pretty confident with that. I've given it 8 points. Trouble in Paradise. Boom, boom, boom. Your winner is Kofi Kingston in this one. Yeah, man. He's not from Jamaica, he is from Ghana. Anyway, we're going on to probably another one of the sleeper hits of the show. It is The Miz versus Shane McMahon in a steel cage match. Now, I've seen quite a few videos recently of the Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon Valentine's Day Massacre match that they had inside a steel cage. I think it was that match. It might have been a different one. Anyway, Stone Cold ends up smacking Vince McMahon's head off of the cage, and Vince McMahon heads and falls off of the ring, falls off of the cage as they're climbing, and through the table and wins the match. And I can see that actually happening again. So this is my prediction for this one. I've gone sort of halfway down the line with this one with a 7, but I think Shane McMahon is actually going to pick up the victory on this one. I think The Miz is going to bash him against the cage, and Shane McMahon is going to fall through the table, and he's going to win the match via default, by getting out of the cage, falling to the ground, and winning, basically. And he's going to be declared as the winner, and still be the greatest in the world at what he does. Best in the world, rather, which is not Jericho. But it is. Anyway, I think he's going to recreate his dad's spot in this one, which would be quite cool, actually. I love Shane McMahon. I love Shane McMahon to bits. Always have. And The Miz, he's growing on me. A bit like a weed or some kind of rash. But yeah, I've never been a big fan of Miz. It's entertaining, but Shane McMahon, he's my boy. Here comes the money. Anyway, going on to the SmackDown Women's Championship match next. It is Becky 2 belts versus Charlotte Flair, and again gone middle of the card, so I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I believe that Becky Lynch is going to retain the SmackDown Championship. And maybe get cashed in on later on, but I'll go into that later. But I've given it 4. I've done it via submission. Charlotte Flair, she can hold her own without having a championship at this point in time. So yeah, I think Becky's going to retain, and at some point during the night, whoever wins the Money in the Bank ladder match will cash in on Becky to win one of the championships. So yeah, Becky Lynch, Becky 2 belts for the win on that one. Going down, Roman Reigns versus Elias. Roman Reigns wins. I'm pretty confident about that. Via pinfall, I'm giving that 10 points. Very simple. The big dog is going to squash Elias. Although Elias is awesome, because if you haven't seen his promo from Liverpool the other day where he sung Beatles songs wearing a Manchester City shirt. Oh wow, that was so good. So good. Elias is so good. Yeah, brilliant. Naomi versus Alexa Bliss versus Bayley versus Mandy Rose versus Ember Moon versus Carmella. So lots of people in this match. Straight away, I'm going to eliminate Natalya, Dana Brooke, Naomi. Maybe not Naomi, but definitely Alexa Bliss. This is her first match back after a long spell of injury, which means that so she's not going to be in the match very much. So it means to me that Bayley, Mandy Rose, Ember Moon, and Carmella and Naomi is the ones that we're looking at here. Naomi could be a sleeper hit, although I don't think, based on my other predictions, that Naomi's going to win. So Alexa's out of it. Bayley's a possibility, but if all cashes in on Becky during the night, I don't think Bayley would, simply because she's still like the female version of John Cena. She still sells the t-shirts and things, but I don't think she'd turn heel at any point soon on Becky. And yeah, we've got Mandy Rose. She's already had a championship match. She's destined for greatness. Is she quite ready? But this would be a bit like the Carmella situation a couple of years ago. This would be the perfect opportunity for the Golden Goddess to pick up the Money in the Bank ladder match and have her chance to shine as champion on the blue brand. So Ember Moon, she's probably just there to do the high spots like Kofi Kingston was for all those years. So I've got her winning via climbing the ladder and getting the briefcase, and I'm not dead confident about this because you never know. I'm giving this 2 points, but I'm going with Mandy Rose, the Golden Goddess, is going to pick up the championship and maybe even cash in on Becky 2 belts during the night for the SmackDown Championship. Bearing in mind that Becky's having 2 matches, a third one might just be beyond her to retain that championship. So there'd be whoever wins this one would be really silly not to go and cash in at that point. And of course we've got a couple of previous winners there. We've got Carmella and Alexa Bliss, who could quite easily win that match, but I think I'm going to go with Mandy Rose on this one. We need a shocker, and we need someone we can get behind again after Becky's obviously all-conquering performance at WrestleMania. So I'm going with Mandy Rose, 2 points via collecting the briefcase from the top of the ladder. Men's Money in the Bank ladder match next. We've got Sami Zayn, who beat Braun Strowman to claim his place on the in the Money in the Bank ladder match, thanks to help from Baron Corbin and his cronies. We've got Ricochet, who is a new member of the Raw locker room. We've got Drew McIntyre. I think he's really due for a win in something and collecting a title somewhere along the line. Baron Corbin, end of days. Ali, or Iron Ali, or Sub Ali. Andrade, yes, my man. Andrade, he's awesome. Randy Orton, he's had a couple of wins, I think, in the Money in the Bank ladder match. So I think he's just there to do the high spots and make sure everyone else is doing what they do. Because the rest of them, oh yeah, and Finn Balor, because the rest of them are vaguely sort of they're not experienced in this kind of ladder match. Finn Balor's been in a couple of them, but I think Randy Orton's there to oversee things. But I've got Drew McIntyre picking up the championship based on what I think is going to happen later on in the night with the Universal Championship match. And either way, in the Universal Championship match, this would be a good choice to make, as Drew McIntyre has been on a tear. Apart from losing to Roman Reigns, of course he was going to do that. It was Roman Reigns' big return match in singles competition before he went to SmackDown and then bogged off back to Raw and then back to SmackDown. I don't know what this wildcard rule is. So I've got him winning via collecting the briefcase from the top of the ladder, of course. Yeah, and celebrating at the top of the ladder. Grabbing the briefcase. I've given that 3 points, putting that at the lower end of the spectrum, obviously because of reasons. You never know. You never really know in a Money in the Bank ladder match what is going to happen. Really don't. So I'm going with 3 points on that one. If you disagree with me, leave a comment down below or join us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So we're moving to the end of the video now. End of predictions, end of days. Universal Championship match next is Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. AJ obviously went over to Raw in the Superstar shake-up and has managed to stay there so far. Giving this 5 points based on my other predictions. I've got Seth Rollins picking up the victory here via pinfall. And again, if there's not a cash-in from one of the ladies here, it could be whoever wins the Money in the Bank ladder match cashing in on whoever wins this one, and that is why I picked Drew McIntyre to win the Money in the Bank ladder match, because whoever wins this one, and I'm pretty confident it will be Seth Rollins after slaying the beast, it would make a good story that Drew McIntyre cashes in on either one of these two guys, with Baron Corbin sort of egging him on, like go, 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 a bit like a Daniel Bryan did with Big Show before. And yeah, I think I'm pretty confident with that. Anyway, Becky Two Belts' second match of the night is Raw Women's Championship match, and it's Becky Two Belts versus Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans obviously coming up from NXT a little while ago. This might be the first major action we've seen from her since coming up. She did a lot of walkouts and walk back ins as a music hit, like interludes, like I'm here but I'm not going to do anything, yeah, I think Becky Two Belts is going to win this match. I think Lacey Evans is going to put up a fight, but I'm basing this on the fact that Lacey Evans did basically her first match. Are they going to pull a fast one and job Becky out to Lacey Evans? It would be a shocker. It would be sort of Paige level shock, but not quite, because Paige came in, won the championship, and that was it. We have actually had some build up for this, so that's good. Lacey Evans, I think she's going to push Becky to the limit. I think they're going to allow her to do that, but I don't think they're going to take the belt off of Becky Lynch at this point and give it to Lacey Evans. That being said, it comes into that Money in the Bank again. Mandy Rose, if Becky retains both of her championships, which I think would be a really good moment for anyone, we could then get a cash in based on the fact that Becky Lynch has had 2 matches during the night. It's a bit like a gauntlet match. A third match, I think, would knock her out a little bit. She wouldn't put up much of a fight there. And whoever cashes in, whoever wins that Money in the Bank ladder match, Mandy Rose comes out, cashes in for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Becky Lynch stays on Raw, and we have a new champion on SmackDown. And those are my predictions for Money in the Bank 2019. And as ever, if you do not agree with me, put it in the comments section down below, and voice your opinion right here on Cheap Shot Entertainment. So yeah, like I say, we're going to do a review of the show as well, and that is going to feature Mr. Benjamin Cocker, and because he's in Manchester for the weekend watching Money in the Bank. So yeah, so we're going to do a review next week with Ben, and that's going to be really cool. So look forward to that one. In the meantime, we're going to take to the outro. And so that is everything that I think is going to happen at Money in the Bank 2019. It's taking place at the XL Centre in Hartford, Connecticut on the 19th of May 2019. That's this Sunday as I'm recording this. And yeah, really looking forward to this one. But anything you think is going to happen, leave them in the comments section down below. Join us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Hit a curb stomp to that subscription button, and whatever move you want to do on that notification bell. Grab the briefcase, hit the notification bell, send us some love, and let us know what you think is going to happen. So yeah, join us for more videos, more content, wrestling based content here on Cheap Shot Entertainment. We love you guys. Thank you for letting us hit 200 subscribers. Don't forget about the Squared Circle Jobbers giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway as well. I've had Martin and TJ go through some things, and we've picked out some really good goodies for you guys to win, but we're going to run that after the squared circle jobbers one, so we can get more interest to the channel, which is always nice. And obviously if it's one of you guys that are already subscribing, then that is fantastic too, because like I say, we love you guys and we hope you have enjoyed this prediction video. So look out for more videos from Cheap Shot Entertainment, the review video, obviously the NXT stuff as well, and join us next time right here on Cheap Shot Entertainment. I've been your host Luke, you are the Cheap Shot Nation, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.